telling you, the last like couple of days I've been on, it's been it hasn't been horrible.
It's all a mental game though. You're not sounding confident. If you don't sound confident, your timing's going to be off by 1 or 2 seconds. I need you to be deluded in a good way, right? I'm going to ask you again. How are we feeling, bro? Ready to go?
Yeah, let's rip him.
There you go, man. If you play even with a little bit of hesitation, your time is going to be a second behind. 100%. People think, oh no, you're beating. No, I promise you, your timing will be. Oh, it's a massive part. Your timing being 1 second off will literally make you behind a second. A second's enough. If someone's premium you for 1 second quicker, that's all they need. Let's go. Let's run it. Yeah. Right there, we're just about counting the kill feed. That's probably the next layer. So you're Diamond 3 now. So again, you step closer to Crimson. So one thing up there is about counting the kill feed and having that gut feeling help you out a little bit. So right there, we didn't see that 4th guy. We saw a couple of people. So it's about, okay, I haven't seen him in a minute. He's either not moving or he could be going for a pinch here. So just having that gut feeling to think where he could be coming from and kind of trusting that a bit more. That's 2 down. Okay, so we know there's going to be 1 on the point. That's great. There's 1 more on the point. The rest are spawning up. So that guy right there should have been way quicker to use your stun and nade and get out of there. Right there, I wanted you to use your stun and nade and start getting out of there. What do you think? Because you were just holding that angle for too long. You weren't giving yourself a lot of value around the map.
Yeah, using my equipment in general is like something I really needed.
Yeah? Yeah, I think right there, like you were watching that, which is fine. But then you know he's not peeking, right? So just truck a stun and nade and move to the left. Just be a bit quicker. Again, this is what I mean by 1 second. Just being a bit quicker, a bit more mobile here.
I see head glitch on that staircase, man.
Yeah, I mean, that's just a really good spot. So when I look at that, I say, you know what? I take that. I say, you know what? Fair play. That was a really good play. Good head glitch. I want to use that myself. Kind of looking at that. So now we spawn behind them. So it's actually perfect. We're going to push out here. When you get this spawn, I like to be as quick as possible just because I feel like we get a good timing and we can push out. Great. That's a 3-piece. Right there. Right there is where we need to be quick. Just stop stunning forward. That's perfect. Let's get out of here. We still have our equipment. Let's go. The zip line. Our teammate spawns out. What does that mean? They're coming behind us. I like the rotation. That means they're going to be spawning around P2 side. You know they're spawning P2. Let's see how you play this. Okay, so right there, you know when you're clearing the back, you don't need to do that because your teammate just spawned there, right? So that's why I was saying they're coming through P2 because I know they're coming through the P2 based on the spawn. Does that make sense? So I don't think you need to clear the back there. I think you're just wasting a few seconds, which again are very valuable. Really good kill on the cleanup. Really good kill on the cleanup. I love this play from you. That guy's weak. There you go. Really good play from you. Really good play from you. Let's go around here. Now your team is a bit further up. Let me take a look at the spawn.
I knew he was coming zip. I just still lost the gunfight. We gotta go new.
Mirror. We're all good. Yeah, no, I saw that in the zip. Talk me about that zip. What were you saying there? Sorry, I thought a mirror dropped. I was just making sure everything was all right.
Yeah. Well, I saw them field and I saw them drop down, so I think we're gonna.
Yeah, nothing right now. Again, like I'm seeing a bit more confidence now as the game's going on. This is a lot better from you. Even situations like that, I sometimes like people pushing out. I do sometimes think it's a little bit risky, so it depends how you're playing it. But I like that you win that. Really big play there. Good play in your life again. Great, good use of equipment there. Again, a little bit quicker there. I would say just being very quick there with your equipment usage would have helped you out. Again, as you got that first kill, maybe turning around and stunning and nading it and knowing that no one else is watching this zip. Just little things like that, because that's a setup you guys need to be winning there. That wasn't necessarily your fault only, but as a team, you guys have to be winning that because you guys are down already by 60, 70 points. That would have just got you back in the game right there. It's huge. Great 1 kill. Beautiful. That's a great 2-piece. Take your time, your 1 shot there, your teammate's with you. I don't mind that. I think you could have taken an extra second because your teammate's coming through spiral right there. So is that something you consider when you're playing is about where your teammates are, or is it more about yourself?
In that instance, it didn't even cross my mind.
Okay, so that's the thing we can get you to get Crimson, right? Just thinking, okay, I got 2, which is great. I'm probably going to die here. Let me throw myself in once my teammate's there to get the trade, you know? Because again, what we talk about the timing, that 1 second is really crucial. If you don't do that, they're going to be in a good spot. So just making that extra second to say, okay, let me play my life a little bit more. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a much better play.
Yeah, again, you're doing fine. It's just that extra 1 layer now. So one thing you're doing is now you got to Diamond 3. I think you're playing a lot better than you used to play, but you're now playing against better players, so it's getting a little bit difficult. So what we're trying to do is just see what they're doing and keep up that good habits. Keep up those good habits. I don't mind. That's 3 down. Perfect play. Right now we got to push through, maybe use your equipment, slow them down a little bit. Don't get tunnel vision with what our team's watching. Yeah, so right there, I like that. I would have done this a bit quicker just because I don't want to get tunnel vision there. Okay, let's go through. You're behind him. Go for a little pincher. Perfect. They're going to be coming through the heli. They're going to come through the heli. So what do? We can start a nade that immediately. We know they're coming through the heli side.
Yeah, I got one, but
yeah. So right there, watch that. I watched that. I know you missed your shots there, which is fine, but again, a little bit of tunnel vision in terms of like slide there, get some shots back away, like play your life. Like you being up there is so valuable to your team. It's not necessarily about you getting the kills. You just got to be up there. You got to be a bit more valuable to your team. 10 seconds left there. Okay, there's one on the hill. That's 2 down. That's good shots. Again, you holding this position. I need you to not overcommit and die here. You're way more valuable than like alive than you are dead here in this top position. Okay, so this is a really big power position. There you go. That guy's 1 shot. 3 down. 4 down. 4 down. This is it. You get back in the game right here. Okay, look who your teammates are. Put a trophy down, stay glitch. Put a trophy down, stay glitch. Your teammates at the back there. Looks like they're coming through the front. You don't know where they're coming from? That's fine. Just hold it. That's fine. This is fine. Yeah, so in that situation, you didn't know where they were spawning. That's okay. I don't mind that. It's just about picking up the empty areas. Kind of having a sense of the map and picking up the empty areas right there. You were kind of watching that, which is fine, but you had your equipment still. So if you didn't know what side they're coming from, why didn't you stun the left side and then turn around and give yourself a good timing just to kind of understand where they're coming from, you see? But we're in the game. We're back in the game. Let's go up top zip here. Play our life here. Just play our life here. 20 seconds left. We don't need to overcommit. We do not need to overcommit. Our teammate spawned out. Be careful. Your teammate spawned out. What does that mean? Right now you're getting tunnel vision on the hill.
Yeah,
okay.
I'm gonna go back to spawn.
There you go. There you go. So right there again, look at that. You know, if I didn't call that out and that guy came up the zip, there's a high chance he gets you if you're not looking. So it's a great play. Now you don't have to go to the very back here because you got the kills. Now where they're coming from? They're coming from the right. So now set up in a good spot here on the right hand side and don't let them get another wave. You know they're coming through the front. Just be confident here. Be confident in your position. Just hold one. So right there again, you won such a good head glitch and you overcommitted there. Just be confident there. Be confident. Take a better spot on the map. Like you play that well, but you just overcommitted out and you see you lose that. So we just got to work on that positioning. One thing I've noticed about you is when you play in a good position, if you don't see anyone, you start to tweak a little bit. But you have to remember, we're training you to be ahead of the game. The whole point of being ahead of the game is setting up early and waiting for a few seconds. If you get there first, what you're doing is, this is how you're playing. You're used to them being the same pacing. So if they're not there, you're starting to panic. But you're getting there early. That's fine. That means hold the angle, give yourself a timing. Just understand that I'm there early. I'm not there late. I'm there early. I'm in a good position. 20 seconds. Your teammate's right there. Your teammate's right there. So watch the front. Watch the front. That's, yep. Good play on the stairs. Even right there, your teammates at the back there. They couldn't possibly be there. They had to be through the front. That's fine. He was on the stairs. Not an issue. Let's start rotating. Let's start rotating. But right there is again about understanding the map. That your teammate was at the back, so he had to only be at the front or the stairs. Let's start rotating. It's a huge rotation. There was a guy on the left last time. He got the kill. You're 2 down now. Again, he was already there with an AR. I wouldn't have pushed this left side knowing he was already there earlier. I don't think he's going to change his position. But, you know, fair play. You go through. You're with your teammate. You still got your equipment. Let's see how you break this one. Okay, you're by yourself again. What can we do? Wait 2 seconds. As you jump up there, you have no intel. Look where your teammates are coming from. They're coming through the stairs. You just got to play with your team a bit more. You keep playing solo. Mate, you're making it really difficult on yourself. It's not about gun skill. You're just making it difficult because you're just pushing solo. You're like,
about the
yeah, exactly, perfect, yeah. And look, your gun skill is still there, bro. You're winning your 2s, you're winning your 3s. And right there, stun and nade and watch your left. Stun and nade and watch your left. Stun and nade ASAP. You got 25 seconds. You got to stun and nade that quicker. You got to stun and nade way quicker. Okay, that's 4 down now. Again, that guy should be naded. There you go. So you know you got that stun on that guy. That should be way quicker. That guy's 1 through in the corner. You should have killed him way quicker.
Yeah.
You see what I'm talking about, the urgency? Again, when you watch it back, it'll make more sense. I know there's like a 2-second delay, but right there, you had your stun for so long. When that guy was in the right corner, you should have chucked it, boom, done. We're back in the game, though. We're back in the game. Really good stuff. We're only down by 40. Let's keep going. So we can see you've definitely brought the game back, which is really good. Let's see if we can clutch up here, okay?
Yeah, this is winnable, I think.
Yeah, for sure, bro. For sure, absolutely. You're only down by 40. This is a completely winnable. There you go. This is the pacing I want to see from you. I don't mind that because you get that 1 kill. Your teammates a bit more map control. I know they lose their fights as well, but I don't mind that. That's not too bad from you. Right now they've got a bit of control. Let's see how we break this. It's going to be kind of difficult to break this bit. I personally would probably get an AR out here because I feel like it's a little bit easier, but I don't mind this play at all. Really good play. Really good play. That's fine. Good kill. Good kill. Even though you miss a few shots there, that kill is so crucial. That kills everything you need. And there you go. Your team is back in the game. That's 3 down. Where are they spawning? They're spawning out. We know they're going to take a route here. I really don't mind you just taking map control here. I really don't mind you taking some map control. You have a trophy. Just take us a map control. They can't be behind you because you spawn there. They cannot be behind you. They have to spawn out there. So that's where you're reading the spawn a little bit wrong. That's where you're going a little bit wrong right there. You're watching the pinch, but you just spawned there, right? And you just got 4 kills. So they physically cannot be behind you.
Right. Yeah.
Now they can be there. There you go. Now they can be there. So again, that's the kill feed. That's the next level of the kill feed. Really good play right now. What should you have done there? Stun and nade. That should have been an immediate stun and nade. I was looking at that for ages because you're playing again. We want to help your teammates out. If you die, if you chuck a stun there, you know your teammates are getting some support. Look at that. That stun's perfect. 2 stuns done. Look at that. Your teammate goes in. You guys are gonna get the kills there. You guys got camera, that's fine. Again, just right there, your teammate's going for the left stairs. I don't mind you going through the ladder, just making the game easy. So your teammate goes for the left, you go for the ladder, you guys pinching together. Stun nade in, perfect, stuff like that, okay? A little bit more of that. You're doing it better, but you're not doing it enough to get to Crimson. So you're doing it good for a diamond, but you're not doing it enough for a Crimson. These small details.
Misread that again, but we lost. It's all good.
Okay. Now this is really important. Whether you win or lose is irrelevant, because let's say you won that game. You play the exact same, right? There's still stuff to work through. So I look at that and I say, let's forget the win or loss. I don't even want you to think about the win or loss, okay? I want you to focus on you. Because for me, the big problem with winning and losing, which we spoke about last time, is if your team, you know that P4 you guys got broke? If you held that P4, you win the game, and you play the exact same way, what we're going to say? Good shit? No. We're going to say there's a lot of stuff you got to work on there. So the win or loss is irrelevant to me. You actually played decent overall. You actually played ahead of diamonds. Now I'm looking at this as an Iridescent Crimson this season. I'm looking at this as a player that when I play at my very best, if I was in this lobby, I would have been the fastest in this lobby in terms of rotation, okay? I think you were actually one of the fastest. So you were definitely good in terms of the pacing, but you were not fast enough to be Crimson. You were not fast enough to be consistently Crimson. You are playing like a Diamond 3. That's fair. That's good. That's definitely good. What the hell was this, bro? What kind of cutscenes that made me tweak? No, you're good. That is funny. That made me tweak. You're playing good. I think it's just a new thing. Oh, okay. The game's making us check. They're checking us out. I think it might be an update here.
I think there must be. I'm trying to get out of this.
You're good, you're good. So yeah, talk to me about that. What things will you do? Let's go for that last point. Probably the easiest one to go through. The very last one on that P2, right? First of all, you got 4 down. As soon as you get 4 down, that cleans the whole map up, right? And then you spawned on that P2 side, okay? So there's no way they could be behind you there because you just got 4 down. If there was 2 down or 3 down, then I would understand it. But it was just got 4 down. So that tells me you weren't paying attention to the kill feed and putting them together. The next thing is the equipment. Right there, when you got that 4 down and then you died and then you spawned up again, you know when you they were spawning at the back of P2, they were coming through the lighthouse, right? Right there, you chucking a stun and a nade there is literally the easiest thing to do in the world, because even if you die from middle, you have given your teammates a higher chance of winning that gunfight. And that's why I keep saying I want you to play more for the team, win more team fights. Another thing is down below when you were on the P4, there were so many times where you had spiral and your teammates didn't have the inside lift. You know the inside lift, the cable, they didn't have that. So you watching both areas, you need to play a better angle there. Spiral is a good spot to sit when you have map control, but when you have nobody on the lift side, you can't play spiral because when they come down, they're going to see you. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. So sometimes I think you're going to spots, but you're not thinking of the context. And I think the context is everything right now. What do you think?
Yeah, no, I really agree. I mean, I think that's what I've been doing poorly lately. Is like not putting the context together in the other pieces, and just looking too much at like the game right in front of me as opposed to kill feed and map. I know we talk about all the time, and like I honestly think that's the difference between the type of player I am now to the next level is probably get more information, kill feed and map. From
I agree. Now, one thing I will say is in our first few sessions, you progress so fast, right? Now that's natural because the things we gave you were things that you weren't using a lot. So when you add them into your game, you're going to get like 50% better, right? But now that you have them in your game, we're just trying to improve them. So you're not going to get, in terms of percentages, you're not going to get 20 times better in a week, where before adding them in will make you 20 times better. You see where I'm coming from? Let's give a perfect example with a scuff. Imagine you play default controller, right? And then you bought a scuff. Overnight, if you, let's say you use that scuff for 10 hours and you shot bots, right? Overnight, you will probably become 50% better because now you're jump shotting, slide counting, stuff like that. So you are 50% better. A week later, you might have only increased by 2% in that week. That doesn't mean you're not, you're like, oh, but before I increased more. That's because you made such a drastic change. Now it's going to be slight changes. So I want you to look at that and not be so harsh on yourself, because I think from our conversation, you're realizing you're not progressing as fast as you were at the start, and you think you're not playing well, but you're still progressing. This is just a bit where you're going to kind of fatigue a little bit because it's natural. It's like when you go to the gym at the start, you know, the improvement at the very start is so much more the kind of effect you have because you've never been before, right? But as soon as you start going regularly, you're going to see little improvements each time. Does that make sense?
I agree with all that.
Yeah. So I want you to stop being so harsh on yourself in terms of like, I feel like you're really like, oh, like your confidence is low because you're like, I'm not playing too well. But it's like, you are playing well. I think you just got to realize what's going on and keep learning the way we were, but it might be at a slower rate now because you know the abilities, you know those kind of stuff now, you know those low-hanging fruits that you didn't use before. So now focus on one part of the game. Focus on one part of the game, the kill feed and the mini map. Right now I want you to focus on teamwork. Okay, so this map I want you to strictly focus on teamwork. Focus on making the game easier for your team. So I don't care if you go negative, I want to see you make the game easier for your team, and let's see how that plays out. Let's see the differences and where we do that. Now, there'll be times where your teammates are on the hill and you can be the selfish, like, kind of cutting lanes, fun kind of role when your team requires it. But there's going to be times where your team require you to do something else. I want you to do that. Great kill. Really good. That's a fantastic, that's 3-piece. Perfect. I don't mind this. Pushing out. You know they're going to spawn probably on the far right here. There you go. Perfect. You got stun and aid right there again. What could you have done? Had you jumped up once when you shot him, just stun and aid, slow them down. That would have helped your teammates catwalk, right? That would have been really good for you. That would have been really good. What do you think?
Yeah, I should have.
Yeah. Sure. So every time you miss a stun, I'm gonna let you know, so we know and remind ourselves. Okay, 20 seconds left there. That's all right.
Gonna try and just get to new early.
Okay.
The guy up here.
Even right there, giving up catwalk for me, I think was a bit of a mistake. Going for that kill, I think kind of cost you because you were going backwards and that kill wasn't really going to give you too much. I didn't mind you either holding cat or keep pushing early, to be fair. Right now, look at the map, look what's open. Okay, cool, we're going to sit on the hill. Great kill. I'll pick up the AR if there is one. Your teammates at the back here. Just soak time. Your teammates go everything. Just chill. You're fine. There you go. Snake it, be annoying.
My teammate died in the back, so I'm going to try and pick this up.
Okay, let's see how you play this. The only thing I would say there is I don't mind it, to be fair. I don't mind it, but I feel like... Okay, we'll go through it in a second when it's done. Good kill. That's 2 down. The last guy's going to be the far left here. Teammate's going to spawn out. They're going to come behind you now. You're going to be by yourself. Okay, good play. I get what you did. I like it. The only thing again is your equipment usage the whole time you didn't use one. So I need you to start using your equipment to make the game easier. And right there, I think it was very risky for you to go back on the hill with no map control because you were basically 1v4 there. But in that situation, I actually don't mind that hill. Again, I think your teammates could have done a little bit better there, so I don't mind it. I don't mind it overall. We're in an even game right now, and you have the rotation, so this is not bad. This is not bad at all. Right now, I love this spot from you, and this is where you have to be selfless. You might not get the most engagements here, but as long as you lock down this area, look at the map. There's one right below you.
I got that guy, but then I got.
Let's see. Okay, so again, that right there, I think could have been way smoother. That was just about your efficiency right there. Like, you get the first guy a bit quicker, you look at the map a bit quicker, you slide counter to the window, you go into a prone, like, just be a bit more annoying. Like, really someone, like, I feel like Celium's a perfect example of someone that doesn't die in power positions like that. And I want you to play more Celium-like in those areas. When you get to those power spots, like, don't make it easy for them. Don't make it easy. Like, right there, you shot and then you went out to the same window. Or like slide cancel and then go prone. Like, just shoulder it. Like, slide cancel prone. Like, you don't have to commit. You just got to scare them, make it difficult for them. All you did is run out right to the window and then you fully committed and died. And then you spawned the other side. So right there, I don't mind you slide cancel to the window and then going prone. I know it's difficult to do in the game, but that's a really big skill. Just kind of slowing down the game, being annoying, and holding a power position. Let's see how you break this one. This is a huge break right now. You're going through the back. This is perfect. You're with a teammate. Let's see how you guys break this. Play with your teammate here. Play with your teammate. Play with your teammate. So that guy's going through. We got to be quicker. We got to be quicker and helping him. See right there? That's what I mean playing with your teammate. That guy's going through. You should be with him and helping him. You should be with him and helping him. You're taking way too long. And look how long you took there. You see? That right there is a perfect example of teamwork. He goes in through the back. You should be with him. You should be with him. I don't mind you holding the angle you're holding, but be quicker, be quicker, be quicker. You're leaving your teammates and then you get pinched there. And that's where timing is really crucial. Again, open hill there, not one stun or nade going in there, not one stun or nade to help you out a little bit. These are the same mistakes you're making. Yeah?
Crazy, yeah.
These are the same mistakes you're making game on game on game.
Yeah.
They're not big mistakes. Yeah, exactly. They're not big mistakes, but that you don't need, there's nothing big anymore at this stage of the game. It's just about doing things consistently, the small things consistently.
I feel like this guy Galaxy on my team, I don't know if he's playing or not. Every time I see him on the feed, he's just
yeah, I know that. What's his score looking like? You're right. He might actually be.
He's not in last, so.
Okay, so I don't mind the pincher. Let's see what you do. There's one. There's a second. Beautiful. The last guy's going to be pretty catwalk side. Again, you had stuns and nades. That's just a big one. You have to be chucking it way quicker there. As soon as you get that 2-piece, just chuck it and give yourself a high chance. With you not using your equipment, you are making every fight like 5% harder. Not only are you making it harder, there's 4 trophy systems on the game. So you not using your equipment, that's 25% of your team's tacticals that aren't being used. It's crazy. You're a Diamond 3 player, and this is advice I give Platinums, the same thing. And it shows people, it's not a critique to you, it just shows people how important equipment are. It doesn't matter what level you are. That's a skill you need to start having and need to start using all the time.
Yeah.
Okay, as soon as you don't see anyone here, I don't mind that. I feel like a little bit of trigger discipline there. What do you think? Just being a little bit hesitant there on the shot and just kind of waiting. Right now, yep, good. Get an AR out. Perfect. I was gonna say we need an AR out. Your teammates there. I don't mind you getting to the back here. Let's see how you play this one out. That's 2 down. That's 3 down. This is not bad. This is not bad at all. You see that? That's the only reason. So again, what could you have done there? Stun check it. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Your teammate gets a kill there, so you're good to go. They're coming through the front. I would go through the left there. So as soon as your teammate Galaxy picks up that area, I don't mind you helping the left just because I know that's where the pressure's coming from. So right there, I mean, I don't mind what you did either, but I like going to the left there and reading the pressure, but I think where you were sitting was actually fine. 20 seconds left to start to rotate here when we can. Just get an AR out, probably. You can do what you want, but I would probably get an AR out and just start setting up for new. Okay, 10 seconds left there. You can see how you're going through. What if one of them rotated already? This is a bit of a tunnel vision play. Because one of them easily could have rotated early and just kind of, again, you're not really getting anything for those 10 seconds there. Okay, if you're set up here, that's fine, as long as you have teammates in good spots. Your teammates, I think your teammate just shot you. Maybe soak some time, Be a good team player. You got equipment, maybe chuck it in front of you. Good kill, put a trophy down, equipment, little things right there. Again, bro, middle's open. You need to be spamming that equipment way quicker there, just to give yourself a high chance. Yeah, your teammate's dead, now you watch over them. Now crouch here, so even right there, when you're on the head glitch, you need to be crouching and make yourself harder to hit. Like crouching, moving, yeah, there you go. Your crouching is way harder to hit that. Don't get tunnel vision, look at the map, there's one on the left, good shots. Okay. So right now, you know they're all coming through the left there. Your teammates have left you. You have to be very careful here. We don't want to get tunnel vision by this guy. We don't want to get tunnel vision. We don't really care about the hill. Yep, tunnel vision, yep. When you watch it back, it'll make more sense when I'm calling it out. But I can see it from a mile away. Look where you spawn now. You've just given them the best spawn for the best hill in the game. In the map, you're just giving them the spawns for a money hill, right? And now you made the game so much harder on yourself. So all you're doing right now is just making a few small fundamental mistakes that when you're fully locked in and warmed up, you're not making. So it's just about cleaning them up a little bit, getting them out of your game, okay? It's not that you're necessarily playing bad, it's just that you're making the game a little bit difficult, I would say. I think that's a better way of putting it. I don't think, oh, you're playing terrible, you don't know what you're doing. It's more like, I just think you're making the game harder than it needs to be.
Yeah, it's the decision making for sure. This hill's impossible to break.
Yeah, it's not an easy hill, is it? But then this is why we, you know, when we're up there, we don't get tunnel vision. With 10 seconds left, we try our best to just play our live, understand the pressure, play a different angle. We're like, we know they're going to push us. Just be annoying, bro. I want you to be more annoying. So many money heals, we're just giving them. We're just giving them the money heals. We're giving them the money heals. It just gets so difficult, bro. It really does. But when this game gets to this point, it's very difficult to crawl back because they have so much leverage on the rotation. Like, they can afford to give up heals and you guys have to fight for everything. So when it gets to this point, it really doesn't matter how well you play. It's more down to them trolling. Like, if it gets to this point of the game, they have to be the ones to troll. It really doesn't matter how good you play. They just have to fumble it. So we need to not let it get to this point. So what do you think could have done better this game to not let it get to this point? Now, it could have been a case where I actually agree your teammate was not moving half the time you spectated him. So it really could have just been a case where you were 3v4 for a lot of the game. So we could just take you on the chin and say, right, maybe we would not have won this game because we were 3v4. But there's always going to be things we could have done better. So give me some of those things you could have done better. Great 3, by the way.
Yeah, I think that's a part of it, but I think I also should take more accountability. Like, I did a lot of stuff wrong that game.
Yeah, so let's go through them, man.
I could have done better.
I like that mentality. So let's go through some of those things. What could you have done better?
That last P3, P4 rotation is like a very easy and good example of not playing for the spawns and kind of losing out on the money hill.
Absolutely. I agree. Before we carry on, I want to explain one thing, okay? Do you think that Falcons, the Vegas Falcons, if they played in rank play against a team of Crimsons, do you think they would win?
Not necessarily.
They would fry it. They would fry. They would slam them. Yeah. If they played a team of Iridescent, they'd probably slam them. People look at them as they're awful because compared to the pros, they get shit on. But why do they get cooked against the pros? What is it that they do? It's not necessarily things that they do, it's the things that they don't do. Let me say that again. It's not necessarily that they don't know what to do, it's that they make more mistakes. Okay? And it's not about knowing what to do. So you know when you watch VOD back, you can know what to do. But you know that P3 when you died and the effect it had? Even just that alone to learn from this map is enough. If you can get 1% better every map you play, then you're going to start to get better over time. I want you to start thinking of this improvement as a long-term thing, not just like a 1 or 2 week thing, right? So if you could forget everything else and look at that one thing and say, you know what, that P3, 2 times I died on there. The first time I overcommitted through the window and I got killed. The second time I was shooting out the window and I got pinched. I don't care about anything else. I need to go through and watch that. If you really wanted to get better after this session, you should go through, find a vote hardpoint and watch the P3 and just see how someone like Celium plays. That's literally how you could do it. I would go to vote, I would watch Celium, I would go to the P3 and see, okay, what does the AR do in that position? What does Celium do in that position? Because he's the most rattiest AR. What does he do? Protocol. Whenever I watch Celium on Protocol, he doesn't die up top. I don't think I've seen this guy die once up top. You know the top P3, that guy just stands there and doesn't die. He crouches, he doesn't die. He's so annoying. He kind of strafes there. He plays better angles. Study that side of it. I think people say to me, oh, well, I'm warming up, I'm doing this, bro. That's the basics. If I'm getting 5,000 views a video and 5,000 people are warming up, all you're doing is being level with them. You need to get ahead. So doing the basics isn't enough now. So when you're in Diamond 3, the things that we were getting, when we started working together, what rank were you?
Diamond 1 probably. Okay,
so the things that we were going through were things that Diamond players weren't doing. Okay, so you were having a field day because we were learning. Now it's a step up. Now we're trying to do the things Crimsons do. So things like warming up, little things about like watching the kill feed minimap. These are things that everyone in these lobbies are doing. You hear what I'm saying? So this means now we have to take it a step further. Okay, I'm not a basketball fan itself. I like it, but Kobe Bryant, someone like I really like admire. And I watched so many of his interviews, and obviously it's so sad what happened. And like I watched so many of his interviews after I even like I didn't really know how good he was at basketball at the time when he passed away, because I wasn't really a basketball fan, but after I really appreciate him so much more as a legend, the more I watched about him. Did you ever watch basketball or not really, or?
Yeah, I'm a huge basketball.
Oh, cool, perfect. So for me, Kobe's one of my favorites. Again, not watching the actual sport when I used to watch it, but so like in his prime. But I absolutely love it in terms of my content, my business, everything I do. I literally watch it when I'm at the gym. I listen to it, like it's so motivational. And for me, the biggest thing he says, right, one of the biggest lessons I've learned, and I apply in Call of Duty. If you do the same as someone ahead of you, like I always say this as well. Like I said this to my e-guide. Like let's say we improve 5% over a month. Everyone else is naturally going to improve at 5%. If you want to get better, you need to improve at a faster rate than everyone else. Okay? So things like that, I want you to start, like after this, say, you know what? I'm really annoyed of losing that vault. I'm going to go through it. I'm going to watch that vault. And if I can learn that one thing, you might have still lost that map. But if you played that P3 better on both sides, I honestly think you would have got another 60 seconds because that would have given you the P4. Maybe 80 seconds. Just that one play. Now, if you lost that map, but you made that play, I would have been okay. Let's say we get a vote now, right? And you made the exact same map, but you improved on that one P3, and the game you only lost by 50 points. Well, I would have taken that as a win. I want you to look at little things how you can improve. Yeah. Another thing I realized today when I was walking back from the gym, I was thinking, because obviously I'm coaching every day, I'm always trying to think of how to improve it. How many stats, how many scoreboard things can we see? We got your kills, we got your deaths, we got your assists, and we have your hill time, right?
Yeah.
The problem is, people assume that those are the only things we should track. There's no equipment thrown. If there was equipment thrown, do you think your number would be very pretty to look at every game?
It wouldn't change, I guess.
No, so let's say in the scoreboard. Open up the scoreboard for me.
Yeah, you wouldn't see anything about your...
Well, yours would be 0?
Yeah, probably.
Right. If we had a percentage, imagine there was an extra stat after time, and it says percentages of equipment thrown during life, for example, right? And if you threw 2 equipments every life, it's 100%. Yeah.
Yeah.
I want you this game to try your best to get to that 100%. I don't care if it's a good or bad equipment. I want you to get focused on using it, okay? We want to generalize before we specialize. What does that mean? We want to get used to doing the action before we try to become really good with it. So right now, instead of trying to master the equipment, let's just use our equipment. Then we can decide, okay, we can be a bit more efficient with it. Is that fair? So I want you, before you die, I want you to use your equipment 100% of the time. And I'm gonna count every death you get without using it. I don't care about anything else this game. Using your equipment is a big priority for me. And we're working on one thing at a time, okay?
Okay.
Because right now, for a Crimson, I do not think your equipment level is ready. Now, whether that's going to get you to Crimson, it doesn't matter. It's about getting a step closer. So before you die, I need equipment thrown every single life here. Just to get used to doing it. Great pinch. Great pinch. That's 1 kill. I don't mind that. Again, there's gonna be times where you probably don't need to or it's a waste, but we're getting used to a habit. So I don't mind that. Right there, probably wasn't a great equipment, but it's just a habit, just for you to get used to it. And then you're gonna start to do it properly. Is that fair?
Yeah, exactly what I'm thinking.
Good, exactly, perfect. And this is what I'm saying. When we go through, we might lose a few maps. Who cares? If you can learn equipment by tomorrow, you're gonna win way more maps. Already you've used more equipment than I've seen last 3 maps already. Even that 1 stun slows them down. That was a perfect equipment. 2 lives, 4 equipment thrown. I'm a happy man. I don't care if you win or lose. I'm happy so far. Keep playing your normal game. We're focusing on the equipment this game. One thing at a time is so important. Too many people look at SR and I'm just like, I'm actually fed up of it. No, I know you don't. I'm just saying, like, when I get these comments saying, oh, if I'm doing everything right, I'm losing SR, I'm going positive. I'm like, bro, there's so many levels to it. Okay, that's 1 life with no equipment thrown. I'm keeping track. I have a number I don't want it to get to. Okay. Let's see. Good. It could be 1, it could be 2, it could be 10. I have a number. I'm going to be a little bit lenient, so it's not going to be that low. I'll be lenient for you. I got you. Okay. How are we doing so far? How do you think we're doing?
You know, like my AD's worse in this game than it's
Yeah.
been in the other two, but I actually think I'm playing the smartest so far.
I agree. I agree. I completely agree. There you go. Now your equipment usage is up 100% more. It's not as efficient as we're gonna get it, and I don't even care about that because we're just getting used to the habit. Too many people try to like be perfect with things, but they try to get like, bro, don't get pretty with it, just do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just use your equipment. I don't care if you chuck it in the sky. Just use your equipment, and then once, and this is perfect.
That's part of it. I use it for the sake, like for no intent whatsoever. But
I need you to start using it for the sake of it.
It's like a
100%, 100%, exactly. And then even if you feel like that was pretty useless, your brain's getting for a habit. Right there, 10 seconds left, we have to be rotating. Right there, I don't mind you breaking it, but I would have much preferred a rotation there. Because we know how important P4 is. We know how important P4 is, and it's just about the priority of the hill there. Because you just fought this guy for 1 second, and now they have the whole setup. So that right there was a mistake. Okay, big mistake. If you die here, we're gonna talk about this just like we talked about the Vault one. Everything else is irrelevant now. That one mistake we're going to fix after this game. It's about making less mistakes than last time. Right there, huge mistake. Whether you win or lose right now, that's a big mistake we want to make sure we remember. We want to remember. Now look what happens. Look how hard these gunfights are. That was a fantastic shot from you. We can't rely on that shot. It's a great shot from you. And look how many seconds we gave them, okay? So I'm being very critical on these big mistakes for me. Because that was a huge mistake when I watched back. Because there was 2 seconds left from the time and you were on P3. Your teammates were on a 3v3 on P4. They lost it. If you were there, you give them the advantage. The whole point of the opponents having scrap time is that you are in a 4v3. Do you ever think of it like that or not really? Like, think about it. If your opponents are on scrap time, the whole advantage you have is they can't possibly be 4v4 down there. So use your numbers.
Yeah. No, you're right. I got you.
Yeah. That's okay though. That's all right. We're learning from it. So now you know, right, I got tunnel vision. Everything else aside, if you can learn that tunnel vision, that happened last game as well, just say, right, why am I getting tunnel vision? What am I focusing on? Boom. Work on that. We're good to go. That is how you improve. We work on elements of the game. Because if I say get better or win, that's pointless advice. Right now, equipment, it should be equipment, and you know where they're coming from, the cuts. Okay, so that right cut, I knew they were coming through there earlier. So that just needs to be equipment right there. That needs to be equipment right there with zip plan. I would want zip plan right now. Don't get tunnel visioned. Don't overcommit. Right now, you're overcommitting that one guy. You keep overcommitting that one guy, okay? Your equipment should slow them down. Let your teammates have that. That's fine. Honestly, I don't mind you staying up top there, in my opinion, but let's see how you play this.
Yeah, no, I should have stayed up there.
Just to get another wave. Yeah, I feel like there again, you feel like you're not doing enough, but all you're doing is making the game harder on your team by dying. I would rather you be in a power spot, making the game easier on your team and not getting any kills. Like, that for me is so much more valuable than trying to get involved just for the sake of it.
Now I'm trying to like understand Bond's bit here. I actually got it, but
Say that again.
I figured I guessed correctly where they were going to spawn, but I got.
There you go. There you go. That's good. That's great. A good read from you. Really good read from you. Game's a lot closer, man. This game's a lot closer. And that P4, we gave them a lot. We gave them a lot of stuff.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, so without that P4, you guys are probably in the lead. You see how crazy that one hill is?
Yeah, it's everything.
So when you look at the game and you're like, oh, I lost, you feel like, oh, I'm playing so terrible. But sometimes, bro, it's just one thing, man. It's just literally just one thing. That was really good, man. I like that a lot. I like that a lot. That was okay. One thing we said last time, I don't know if you remember, is when we're slide canceling, sometimes I like slide canceling sideways because it messes the aim up a little bit more.
Yeah.
When we kind of briefly mentioned that, I just feel like personally, like when I'm slide canceling sideways, it makes it harder for them to kind of just fight me. Because if I slide cancel straight and they're looking at me, it's sometimes really easy for them. Nice and early. This is what I want to see. We're back in the game from this. This is really good, okay? Use your equipment. That's fine. That's perfect. They're coming through double door. Be careful. Look at the map constantly. Great kill. Great kill. Look, there you go. It's 2 down. Thank you. Don't get tunnel vision. Don't get tunnel vision. Oh, it's okay. It's okay. I think you got a little bit tunnel vision jumping up there because there was the one with them. It's okay. It's okay. Help your team as quick as possible. One thing I like doing as well, instead of always going through the zip, I like going through top middle and kind of watching double doors from middle. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, something like that.
If I'm like with an AR,
yeah, sure, that makes sense. That makes sense. I love what you did there. I know you died, but you read the minimap really well there. Your teammate was Spiral. I didn't say anything. I saw that, and you picked up perfectly. So just today, you're picking up on these small things. It's gonna take time, but you're doing what you need to do. Equipment. Immediately, I would have chucked my equipment there. Immediately, I would have chucked my equipment there to the Spiral or to this side. I don't mind this. Chuck a nade at Spiral and turn around, or something like that. Chuck a nade at this tunnel. Look at the minimap. You know where they're coming from. Okay, so right there was something I think you could have used equipment at Spiral. Again, 10 seconds, but it adds up, bro. What if it goes to 250, 249? Those right there, those are huge 5 seconds there. I think they're important. They're probably coming through your zip. Let's see how you play this one. I don't mind you playing the time. There's one on their side. I just saw him. I like that play. That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. He's one shot, though. He's one shot. Your teammate should be able to get the kill there. Let's see what happens.
Oh, I got brutal time in there.
Okay, what could you have done 5 seconds ago? It rhymes with Lewitment.
Use my equipment.
Yeah, right there again, bro. You know where they're coming from. They're coming through the choke point. Make it difficult for them. Make it difficult for them. Right now, you're getting to the bad habit. You're doing it so much at the start. Just keep it up, keep it up, keep it up. Remember, that was the one thing we're focusing on. There's a trophy right there. Get rid of that trophy. Use your equipment. Do you know how annoying it's going to be for them to hold the hill? It's literally impossible for them. Okay? There you go. Even get rid of that trophy is huge. Chuck equipment over. As soon as you spawn there, should be an equipment. There you go. There you go. Perfect. That guy's stunned. Watch the right. Okay, so right there was just a little bit of tunnel vision. You stun that guy, slide to the right, you head glitch it. So that was just a bit of poor positioning, but I don't mind that. There you go. This is the first time in about 3 hours. I mean, that's a bit dramatic. It's about 40 minutes, but first time you spawn up and use your equipment. I need you to use that shit. Just fling it, bro. Just throw it. Just throw it. Just throw it. We're trying to learn the habit before we learn the specialty.
Right.
That's 3 down. That's 3 down. What can we do? We can push up. Go ahead of our teammates. Go ahead of our teammates. Just run at them. Run at them. So right there, I think we could have played a better angle and kind of gone down, but they were there a bit quickly, to be fair. So they were there a bit quickly.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting that to.
Yeah, they just brought it the back there. Basically, if you have an AR, then you're in a good spot. That was just a little bit difficult. Great kill. You know the other guy's going to be the far left again. That's the names. That's perfect. That's perfect. Your teammates get 3. They should be coming, I would guess, through the front. Okay, so right there, what could we have done? We could have used our equipment. Maybe we expect them zip. Just use our equipment to stun zip. Watch over, then chuck a nade there. I need you to use your equipment more in those situations, just so you know to optimize it. I know we're going through just generally throwing it, but right there's a perfect example of, I don't know where they're coming from. Let me just use it to kind of find out. Right there, you're one shot going in. What you do now is you make it harder for your team. Look how hard it is for your team now because they're all coming through the front. That's a perfect example of waiting. You made yourself one shot. You got the first kill. Why not wait for a second? Let your teammates help you and then go in. Because as soon as you die, they come through the front. As soon as you die, your teammates are coming through the front, right? You just made it really difficult for your teammates because then they come through the front with no angle. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Let me go through that last bit because I know it's a bit difficult in the moment. I'm saying like so many words at once, but you know, if you're going behind them, think about it from the hill. Let's just say you're behind them and you kill someone, okay? You kill one person, so one's out. The person in the hill, what do you think he's going to do? He's probably going to look at the back door. So you've killed one, you've distracted one. As soon as you die through the back door, he's going to turn to the front again. Okay? And not only is he going to turn to the front, your guy now, your teammate, is going to have such a difficult time breaking it because they're watching it. But if you waited for a second, chucked a stun, waited, got your health back, slid to the left, slid past the door, that guy would have looked at you. Your teammate might have caught a timing. Again, the game was over there, so it's irrelevant. But that same principle you need to be applying, being a little bit more annoying. Okay, I counted about 10 or more, I think 12 deaths with no equipment, maybe more. So how many deaths do you have total? Keep the scoreboard up for me as well.
coming up.
Okay, so when you can, go to the scoreboard for me. Okay, so you went 27 and 29. You had 49 seconds on the hill. Equipment thrown, they don't show that. If the game showed equipment thrown there and you had 50% and last game you had 10%, would you not see that as an improvement?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of these blind stats and I want you to track them. Okay. I want you to track them in your head, and that's how you become a better player. Because if you do what everyone else does and you assume that you become better by winning or losing, you're going to be in a terrible spot. Okay. We got one more map in us. Let's get rid of the S&D. Let's see if we can get a controller or HPS, see if we can work on the spawns. What were you going to say, sorry?
I was just going to say, I agree completely with the philosophy around like the SR and the raid.
Yeah. I think it just makes you, 100%, bro. I
understand why everyone gets super fixated on it. It's like hard not to, but
yeah, no, for sure.
I just view it as like a byproduct, right? Like,
no, 100%.
Player, your SR is gonna come.
100%. It's like, bro, think about it like basketball as well. Like what we were talking about earlier. Like, imagine if in basketball you were like, okay, I need to work on my 3 throws, right? And you, instead of hitting 4, you hit 10 the next game, but you lost. As an individual, like for that one thing, you could say I actually was a lot better. But if you look at that as, oh, I lost, I played bad, I'm awful, you're not going to get better at what you need to. You're just going to look at it in a negative way. So you need to just have things that you can track. It's a real thing. When you're progressing, you need to just look at different ways to track things and see like, okay, what can I do differently? What did I do well? Things like that.
Yeah. Women's a good one for that. Yeah. At least I use it a lot more there. To have it like everything else. Like,
absolutely, man. So what should you focus on this game?
Remember, like, sorry?
Would you want to focus on the same thing? Should we keep focusing on equipment this game?
I think the equipment and like just playing a bit more about the next hill and the spawns as a general sort of.
I want to do this last map. I want you to focus on that, but I want you to put even more emphasis on equipment, because at the start of the game you were throwing it every life and then you kind of got away from that. And then you went into a few bad habits. So I want you to focus even more on equipment this game and try making it a priority. Like you started doing it, then you kind of fell off a little bit. So let's just fix that one habit at a time. So do everything else like you're doing, try and work on everything. But I want you to put most of your focus. Have I used my equipment? Have I thrown my equipment?
Right. Like there when I did not.
Yeah. Well, sometimes it's going to cost you because you're going to slow down. But again, we're trying to get through a habit right now. Right there, you're one shot, you're by yourself. You chucking a stun will literally slow that guy down for your teammate. Look, that guy would have been stunned for your team, but instead your teammates die. So you being a good team player is throwing your equipment. And we just spoke about it. The fact that you don't do it shows me that you're not like, it's still not a habit yet, which is fine. But we're going to get through that. Again, right there, did you need to use your equipment? No, but I'm glad you did, because that's what we're trying to learn. Just get good with throwing it. Just throw it. Then we're going to specialize in it. Okay, look at the map. 20 seconds left there. Your teammate's behind you. There's going to be 2 probably rotating through catwalk. I love this play. The last 2, I would say, are catwalk already. But I don't mind this. I don't mind you pushing up, kind of playing an angle. I don't mind this at all.
A little bad timing.
That was bad timing, but it was also understanding the effect of what happened. Like, I right there don't even mind you playing an off angle through middle, just going prone and holding an off angle. I don't think I've seen that once from you. I don't think I've seen that once from you this whole session. Just playing an off angle in a position you're good at. Like, just playing an off angle, going prone, letting someone run past you. That's something I think we could definitely add to your game.
Yeah, I like taking my time in general. Like, I'm always in a rush.
Yeah, I agree.
The best play is to do nothing.
Yeah, 100%. Right there, you got 2 down. What could you have done? Stun and naded the back alley there. Again, I think you've used your stun and nade maybe once or twice, even though we spoke about it. So I could tell it was a hard thing to get used to, but we have to get used to it more, okay?
Yeah.
Think about what you did there. Not a bad play, but what did you do? You guarantee them good spawns. You actually had the rotation early, but you gave them the good side for P3. This P3 is a huge one. Remember we went through earlier. Let's see how you play this P3 now. This is what we learned from last time. Let's see how you prioritize it if you learned from the first of all we played today. That guy's one shot. What do we do? That guy's one shot. What do we do? We should have started naded that guy. We should have started naded the guy in the tree. Quicker. See him just killing you? As soon as he went down, you should have stunned and naded before you reloaded. Stun and nade them. Slow them down. Okay, I need you to prioritize equipment. I don't care about anything else right now. I think you might have used it the lowest amount of time that we've seen. Think about how you just died there. What did he just do to you? He just fucking uses equipment. Yeah. How hard is it to play against that? Bro, it literally, exactly. So you need to just have that in your locker, and then it's not going to be easy. You're going to lose a lot of maps trying to get used to it, but people are too afraid to take a step backwards. People are too afraid to fail to be good. When you hear Iridescent and you're one of the best with your equipment, and people say, how did you do that? Oh, you're so lucky, you're so good with equipment. What are you going to say? You idiots. Do you not know what all put me through to use my equipment every life? In front of thousands of people, I was losing maps, throwing my equipment. That's how you learn, okay? So don't worry about how it looks now. Just worry about getting that habit ready. I like that. Shooting the doors, perfect. I like that a lot. I like that a lot because you use your equipment. I don't care what anything else happened. That was perfect. There's a guy in the front. There's a guy through the back now. The last guy's through the back. They're gonna spawn there. Okay, so right there, I don't think you need to get off time if no one else is on there. I think sometimes you can just soak time. 20 seconds left. What do you think we should do? Start rotating? Maybe 5-10 seconds ago. Now look how much map control we've given them now. We've literally given them 90% of the map just by playing around here, yeah? So that was fine overall, but just being quicker with the rotation. Again, right, they're not getting tunnel vision of like, where are they? What kills can I get? Just think, oh shit, they've got map control. Now you guys just broke the new hill because they overcommitted. If they were a good team, they could have kept you trapped there. They could have just kept you stuck there for this whole hill. So you got fortunate that they let you guys out. There's one. That's two. You know they're going to be spawning at the P2 side, sorry. Like the back B control. Good equipment. Good equipment. I don't mind that. Good equipment. It's a very close game, man. Very close game. Let's keep this up. Let's get this win here. Let's get this win. Right there. Why are we overheating? Do you think we could just slow them down with the equipment and chill? Because look how much more pressure you put in your team. Look where you spawn now. That was a huge mistake. And now your team's in a 3v4. Sometimes, bro, you're better off just chilling. Like right there, you had such a good area, but you overheated. There was no need to overheat there. Now look where your team spawns. Do you see the negative effect it has? These small things. You're doing it like 3, 4, 5 times a game, and they're causing massive, massive effects. Now your teammates are making the same mistake. So as a team, you're making 20 mistakes. If you can get rid of your mistakes, what happens? Your team are making less. Your team are making 15 mistakes instead of 20. Back to my point about Falcons. The issue with Falcons is they're all making individual mistakes. So they're all making 5 mistakes each. What happened? That's 20 mistakes. When you look at FaZe might only have 1 or 2 mistakes each person a map. If you can reduce your mistakes, you give your team a high chance of winning. That hill, can we say that you made a mistake there? You just made your teammate forfeit. No, I'm trolling. Now, your teammates probably made mistakes as well. But like we said, we're trying to work on you, your mistakes, trying to reduce your mistakes. You pushing out here 2 seconds left. This is the 3rd time you've been this side. Do you think this is a good play? Giving yourself the bad spawns? Okay? You're getting very tunnel vision. You're getting very tunnel vision. You're not looking at the bigger picture. You're chasing the dots. You're chasing the stats. You're chasing the red dots, stuff like that. We just need to understand, okay, what are we doing? What's the bigger picture? Now, the thing is, the players you're playing against, they don't know what's going on either. So you're getting away with playing poor because they're giving you spawns and stuff. Like
I agree,
like you're making the wrong play, but you're not getting punished enough. But look what you're doing. You're making the game so much harder on yourself, bro. You're actually making the game 10 times harder on yourself. This is the second P3 in a row where you've rotated this side. We don't want this side. Look at what is your goal right now? What is your goal in this hill? To get the other side, right? So why not get the other side 5 seconds earlier instead of spending your whole 60-second hard point trying to get this side? It's because of tunnel vision. We're still in this game, bro. We just got to lock in and get this P4. We're still in this game. Your teammates get a big 2-piece. This will be one on the far right. Let's get to the back here. Let's get to the very back here. Don't worry about the hill. Let's get to the very back here and try to play a live fair. Okay, I don't mind you going up top. I like the back here, but that's okay. I don't mind this either. I don't mind this at all. Don't get tunnel vision. Do not get tunnel vision up here. Good kill. Watch the back door.
Back here.
Yep, so what can we do? What can we do? Start a nade that. Start a nade that. It should have been start a nade. As soon as you saw that guy at the back. As soon as you saw that guy at the back, should have started a nade that.
Figured this on there.
The issue on this hill was when you went through and you made a play, you should have been at the back to get the spawns because you played in the hill, but the hill doesn't give you spawns there. The hill's good once you have the spawns. You know what I'm saying? Like the hill's a great play to play once you have the map control and you know no one's behind you, but you didn't clear the back first. So you getting the top there really didn't help you. All it did is keep them off the hill, but as soon as they got a few kills, they were able to pinch. What do you think? Can you hear me?
Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah? No, it's okay, it's okay. What do you think about that? Like I don't mind you playing the top there, right? But you need to clear the back first. Once you have the back cleared and they're not like on the right side, you know you're fine, then you get up top. But what you did is you got the top before you cleared the back. So all that happened is like they just had it. I'll show you in tac maps. That's a really important point, I would say. Talk to me, man. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
Just we're getting smoked, man. I don't know.
Okay. Give me some specifics. Let's go through one area at a time. How do you think you did in terms of equipment?
Mediocre.
Okay. How do you think you did at making the game easier on your team?
I mean, I don't think I played well by any standards, honestly.
What does that mean? When you say you don't play well, what are you judging that on your kills, the way you played in terms of like you were dying a lot? Like what does that mean? Because everyone has different criteria, right?
I mean, I think like the issue I've been having with my play in general, like I'm just playing very reckless.
Yeah.
Like that's the word I would use. Like I'm not thinking about what the opponent's gonna do, and I'm moving before I'm making it. Like I'm not making informed decisions. That's like putting the sort of like habit things to the side, like equipment usage, etc. But
I think you're just making the game so much harder because I think you're spot on. You're not thinking about what's going on. You're literally just running around, and like there's so many times there where you were getting so tunnel visioned, but I don't know what you were focusing on. I don't know if you were focusing on the kills, on the hard point, but you were getting so tunnel vision. And for me, the biggest one is the P2 into P3. There was two times where you went from P2 to P3 near the end and you found yourself in their lobby. Both times I'm like, all you're doing is giving yourself bad spawns there for P3. And then P3, I think you died 5 times on both P3s because it's such a hard hill to break. And you weren't going to the hill, you were trying to get the spawns. So you in your head, you're making the right play, but the issue is you're making the right play after making the wrong play. So you're trying to recover. You basically dug yourself in a hole and then you're trying to climb out the hole. And what I'm saying is, why do you keep jumping in the hole in the first place? If as soon as you get in the hole, you're going to try jumping out. So we need to focus on that. Forget the solution. Let's focus on the first problem. Like you're doing fine in terms of once you're in a bad spot, you're trying to rotate. Cool. But why do we keep getting in the bad spot? What is making you tunnel visioned? What are you looking at on your television? When there's 15 seconds left, what are you looking at? Because it happened twice on that Vault P2 to P3. So what is it in your head that you're looking at so we can kind of address and get rid of?
Yeah, I don't even think I'm looking at anything. I'm just thinking about the next hill and how important it is, and I'm just like tunnel visioning.
You're saying that, but then you're going to the old hill. But you're not going to the new hill though, right? So you actually, let me go through tac maps. Can I share my screen with you?
Yeah, sure. How should I? Or just go to Discord?
Yeah. What are you on Discord on what device?
I'll pull it up on my computer.
All right, cool. Yeah, hang up on the call and then come back on your computer. Okay, so the main thing I wanted to go through was honestly just this one point is like one of the main things. Your teammates you were around there, okay? So you kind of got across. Now, you were standing around there. They had map control around the hill, right? So I can't remember exactly what it was. It was something like this. Again, I can't remember exactly what it was. Let's just say it was something like this, okay? Because I can't remember the exact thing, but the main point will still apply. Let's just say this is their setup, okay? Happy with that?
Sure.
Cool. In this situation, you know that you have got across. Now, what you did here was you held this top area. As soon as you held that top area, I was like, okay, this was a bad play because you gave them access to the back. So you have not blocked the back. So all you were doing here was holding a power position, but they still had so much leverage to get in the hill, because even if you were shooting these guys and killing them, they're not really going to fully spawn out. Like, they can still spawn here because you're not blocking it. Or let's just say they don't spawn here. Let's say they spawn out. Like, they still have the back. So the back is so important. Now, when you get to this situation, you want to be holding this power position when your team has map control. So let's just say you killed them and they spawned out. Then I don't mind. You don't have to be at the back now. Then I don't mind you here because they're coming through the front. You see the difference? Now I don't mind this. This is fine for me because they're coming through the front. But as soon as you got through there, and that your teammate was there and they weren't at the back yet, and you had some timings, you know they were there, you need to go to the back and kind of stop them from getting out. You need to be blocking this spawn and trying your best to hold this back to get these initial kills. Because your teammate was there as well, so you could hold the front. You need to get these initial kills. What's your thoughts?
No, that all makes sense. The only question I have is, like, how do you balance that with playing your life, especially if they have more control than you already, and you're trying to, like, keep your team sort of present in the area, if that makes sense. Like,
yeah, no, for sure. But you have to, again, understand what is, by playing your life, what are you doing? You playing your life up here when they have the spawn is irrelevant because you're going to die eventually. So you're going to delay your death, right? There's not really a chance you stay alive the whole 60 seconds. You're going to delay your death. But if you, and especially in this hill, if all you're doing is delaying your death, but the thing is like this, right? This is really important. What you just said makes sense, but you have to understand one thing. When you're standing up here, they are not going to be able to see you until they close in. So right now, they're actually not worrying about you. They're killing your teammates. Okay?
Yeah.
Now, you're obviously helping through the window, sure. That's fine, that's helpful. But as soon as they kill your teammates and they know you're up there, they're just going to collapse onto you and kill you. Then the second they kill you, they have full map control on this area. So what I wanted you to do was slow them down, basically. I don't mind if you die here, but it's about the effect of your death. All you're doing by staying up here is delaying the inevitable, but not really affecting your team in a positive way, because you're not really getting a lot of kills here on map control. If you played back here, for example, this head glitch, you could have slowed them down from there. So instead of them getting to the back area, you could have slowed them down from here. Stand there, snake it, chuck equipment. Like, let's say you kill this guy. He can't spawn back here now. So he might spawn back there, right? Cool. You've already slowed down one. Your teammates are coming through. Even if this guy shoots you now and you back him away, again, same thing as what I said in the protocol. You've killed one, distracted the second. How much more map control do you have? You have so much more time now. Your teammates are making plays. You're actually being annoying to them and you're holding more space. So it's all about space. It's not about your life. It's about the space on the map. Look how much more space you have by holding this. You've stopped them from coming to the back. Your teammates now know they don't need to worry about the back. They only need to worry about the front and the side. It just makes the game easier for your team. Like, just by taking up more space, being annoying, blocking this spawn. Now they can't spawn here, and they have to worry about you because they need to get to the back. So they're worried about you. It allows your teammates to go through the window, maybe get another kill. Where does one spawn? Now one spawns back there. So you're allowing your teammates to make plays. This is what I mean by being a better team player. Because as soon as you went up there, I was like, okay, you're going to get pinched now. Now the next thing is this. You were up here, and you saw this guy's shadow. You saw his feet. Bro, you need to spam that equipment. You were just standing there. I'm like, bro, why? Yo, you need to use that equipment. Stun them, nade them, slow them down. Do something. You need to use your equipment in that situation. Okay? Another play is at P3. This kept on happening. So this was just before this, okay? It kept on happening. You would spawn there. You would spawn here. With 15 seconds left, 20 seconds left, you just got to think, okay, where could they be coming from? You know that they're kind of trapped back there. Okay, cool. That's fine. They're trapped back here. Wherever they are, they're around there. That's fine. 20 seconds left. Something like this. Something like that. Cool. But you kept on going towards this lobby. Now, this is one way to think about. In this scenario, forget you for a second. Let's just say you've rotated. So you're out the game, okay? Do you think your teammates are going to win these fights or lose these fights with the right?
I mean, I guess they'll probably lose them.
What is that? Let's just say these players are all even. These players are probably going to lose them. The blue team is probably going to lose them because even if you were 4v3, it's very hard to break through the front. So if it's 3v3, in terms of the angles, your teammates are probably going to lose them, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so now look at the issue. When you're standing there, if your teammates die, they can spawn back there immediately. As soon as you die, as soon as these guys die, so now 3 are dead, look at the issue. You were around there. What's this guy
So
going to
now
do if he's smart? He's going to push through. He's going to push through, okay? Now, it's a chain effect. So as you're getting towards here, this guy, if he's smart, goes through as well. They're all going to push through the left. So now this is their setup. This is their setup now. Where's your teammate going to spawn?
Near army, probably.
Here?
I mean, yeah, I guess if they're pushed up further towards P4, then yes. But if they're just where they are now.
Where's army?
Sure.
Where's army?
It's oh sorry, ammo. That's what I meant. Sorry.
This, yeah, that's fine. That's fine. They're gonna, yeah. I don't care about specifics like dirt armor. That's fine. Exactly what you said in terms of like around there. So I don't really care if you're wrong if they spawn there or there. But the point is this side of the map, right? That's perfect. So you're absolutely correct. Now, would you not be much more beneficial if you're not going to be with your team to at least hold this area early to stop them from getting through this area there? But because you're going there, your teammates are now going to spawn with you. This is just like terrible now. Now you're going to spend the next 45 seconds trying to break in through the front, all because of this one little late rotation. And that's what kept on happening. It happened twice. So it's not about big changes, just these small changes of not getting tunnel visioned. Understanding the situation, right? There's 20 seconds left. We need to hold mid-map control. We need to hold map control and stop them from going there, okay? So sometimes you were playing that. This is another point, really important point. If you were up here, you're like this, okay?
Right.
You have a teammate around there. You have a teammate around there that's spawning up, rotating. And you know the opponents are coming through there. And you are up here. You're watching over your teammate. Where do you want number 2? You're on P3 right now. P3 has started just now. P3 just started. Where do you want number 2?
I mean, ideally getting hill time.
Are you sure? Okay, I agree. You were number 2 in this situation, and you were standing there. Okay? That's why your teammate was shooting you. Do you remember?
Yeah.
That's why. So you need to look at it, right? What is a selfless place to hold hill? Now, I have a question for you. Ideally, where should number 3 be?
I'm sorry, I'm on the phone, so I'm just number 3.
This guy right here. That's okay, no problem. This guy right here. Where should number 3 be? Where should this blue? Where would you like him? You could control him. Where do you want him? What do you want him watching?
I mean, honestly, I don't think that spot is terrible, but maybe it's a little early for them to be that back and protecting that side of the map. So if we're trying to actually get any points on P3, the spot that I was in is a spot that I liked. If someone,
where do you want this guy? Sorry, where do you want this guy? Where do you want this guy? You're controlling him.
Put him on outer palms or have them play top cat.
Okay, this is the issue, and this is where you're going wrong. The biggest thing is mid-map control, keeping them trapped in their side of the map, right? Do you remember when this guy was standing there and he kept on stunning and nading this cut and you couldn't get through?
Yeah.
That is where you need him. So you're right, your first point, you're correct. But when you want him back there now, you're giving them mid-map for free. So you're allowing them so many opportunities to break the hill. So we need to cut the map off and keep them trapped there. That is the urgency I want you to have. So your number 3 player should be holding mid-map. Because look, you have everything. This guy's got the far right pinch. If, let's just say this guy doesn't even push him, he's just going there. That's what's normally happens, right? This is perfect now. This guy's watching over you. Can they come through vault? No, because this guy's right there. If anyone overextends, number 4's there. If someone dies, number 4 can help them. Number 3's got middle now. This is what you needed. Okay, but this guy wasn't there. This guy was over there. So what does this mean? This is so important, okay? Your teammate should have been here helping you hold middle, but he's not. So what does that mean? It means middle's open. So now you have to watch middle and the front. What could help you out here watching 2 angles? There's something that could help you watch 2 angles at once for the next 10 seconds. What is it?
Equipment.
Okay, so this is what happened. This was the situation you were in. I don't know exactly where they were, but let's just say it's like this. I don't know when they're coming through middle. I don't know when they're coming through the front. All I know is you are a sitting duck here. At least chuck a stun. So that 1, 2, 3. You've cleared this out for 3 seconds. Watch the front. Then chuck a grenade. 1, 2, and then guess what? He goes in, gets hit by the nade, backs away. You now know he's there, but you want chucking equipment. So all you were doing was sitting duck, standing there. At least give yourself a high chance because they could come any second. They could pinch you at the same time. You have a guaranteed death here. I don't mind that. Cool is what it is. At least give yourself a chance by chucking a stun against the wall, slowing them down for 3 to 4 seconds. At least that 3 or 4 seconds can buy you some time. There's a really low chance, but there's not a bad chance that you get at least 1 kill here. There's actually a very low chance, but it could still happen that you stun and nade this area and kill this guy, and you kill number 3 because you're pre-aiming him. That can happen only if you use your equipment. The second you don't use your equipment, I've got a question. Where are you watching? Are you watching middle or are you watching this side?
I mean, trying to watch both. You can't.
No, but in your head, what would you prefer? Like right now, you're lying down. What would you actually prefer? What would you watch?
I would probably watch ahead of me and not
Cool.
middle.
That's fine. I probably would sit there and actually go for a different angle because I know my teammate's there. So I would actually tuck inwards and watch middle and let my teammate watch over me because of the angle. So again, that's another thing we could do is kind of just work around our teammates. Where you were sitting, you were open to getting killed from both angles, right? But if you actually look there, you can actually go prone there and kind of watch through middle and your teammate could watch over you. It's all about understanding what your teammates have. Does that make more sense?
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, because right there you're spot on. It was a bit of a trick question, but there is no right answer because it could come from either. So limit that. At least stand on one side. At least just watch middle then. If you get camera, you get camera. Just start nading it and let your teammate watch over me. At least give you some more guidance there in terms of like what you should do in that situation. Because what you were doing was just being really, you were putting yourself in really, really bad spots, and it was really hard to do anything then.
Yeah.
Yeah. Overall, you played well, bro. You're working on a few things. I think, like I said, you just got to keep on seeing what you're doing and just improve your floor as a player. Improve your floor. Don't get tunnel vision. And again, with the confidence things, like stop looking at the game as SR and looking at it as what I did better. Because one map, you had 10% of equipment thrown. Okay. The next map, you had say 40%. That's good. That's good. What we need to do now is we need to get your baseline of equipment to say 70. Okay, once this is the baseline, so on a bad game, you still threw 70% of your equipment. That is when you are at a good point of equipment. Then you move on to something else. You see, right now, let me give you a perfect example. If you watch Shotzzy play Rank Play or Havoc or someone like that, right, and you didn't, like any map, do you think they throw more than 50% of their equipment?
I would assume so, yeah.
Yeah, they throw equipment all the time. So let's say their baseline, for example, is 70%. Let's say they strike 70%. On a bad game, it might go down to 60 on a bad game where they're not locked in, whatever. But for you, your bad games are looking like 15 to 20% of equipment thrown.
Yeah.
You see? So what people look at is that the stats like, oh, look at my KD. They don't look at this. This equipment thrown is a stat we've just made up, but the difference between a pro and a diamond 3 right now is 40% of equipment thrown. That's just one variable. There's about 50 different variables we can look at. So we need to decide what we're prioritizing, making it habit, move on from there.
Yeah.
Now you can see this one equipment, how useful that is. This is one situation. To go from 20% to 60, that could get you an extra 5 or 6 kills or slash assists a game, right? Let's just say, for example. Not only does that could get you an extra 2 power spots, right? An extra 2 rotations, things like that. That could potentially, just that one equipment change could get you, say, 40 plus points in the game. Is that fair or do you think that's a dramatic amount?
No, I mean, I agree with the logic.
I think it could be way more. I think just throwing your equipment itself, everything else the same, just throwing your equipment more could get you an extra 50 points a game, minimum, because there's so many close hills and so many close gunfights where if you stun them, your teammates win the trades, I think you're in a good spot. So just, and then once you master that, once you get really good at that, say, right, now I'm going to move on to the next thing. I'm going to make sure that I'm using movement in every gunfight. So I'm going to overcompensate, just to get it good, then I'm going to balance it out again. So we're just going to work on one thing at a time.
Yeah, no, I like that. I think breaking it down piece by piece is really helpful for me. Like one goal at a time and just keep adding these things into my game. And eventually I'll be a player who uses their equipment, who moves around a ton, who, picks up the open lanes, etc.
Yeah, there you go, man. That makes a lot of sense. Let's end the video there. Because I don't want I get scared when it's been an hour 15. I get scared that it's going to cut off and we lose all that footage. So let me make sure I end up there. YouTube, hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did enjoy, drop a like, subscribe to the channel. If you guys want coaching yourself, check out the coaching section down below in the channel, on the description. It will send you to a ticket. Create a ticket. One of my admins will get back to you, and I'll catch you guys for another one tomorrow. Peace.